What's up, YouTube? What's up, Raider Nation? And before I get into the preview for the all-important game with Matt McGloin starting against the Denver Broncos, I gotta express my frustration with the Aldon Smith situation. I really do. I really do because it came out that he's going to play for the Raiders this season, which thankfully the Raider organization was smart enough to realize when they got late in the season that he's not going to come back. He's not going to be there. But here's what pisses me off. Why wouldn't you, if you're Roger Goodell and your team, why wouldn't you just say that from the get-go? Why are you dangling a carrot saying, okay, we're just vetting his rehab and so forth? Vetting his Why does it take that long to vet his rehab? It's not like he's a double agent for Russia. You should be able to vet his stuff in literally a week, maybe 2 weeks. Then you wait literally until the end of the season, like the week before Game 16, to say, "Oh, we're gonna wait. We're gonna review your case until March 2017." Really? Like, why even give him the specter of a chance to come back to the Oakland Raiders? He's working hard, which is good for him. He's staying clean, and you just string him along like he's just some turtle. Here's a carrot. No, you can't get it. Here's a carrot. No, you can't get it. Like that's the stuff that annoys me with the NFL. Like, just be forthcoming. Say, hey, we're not gonna review your case until March. Sorry, bro. This season's a wash for you. Now, the optimist in me wants to say maybe they're doing this just to see how Aldon Smith responds. Will he have a relapse, knowing that the season is lost? But the rational part of me is like, what difference does it really make? Because either way, he's going to have to be clean if he wants to play next year. So there's no point in dangling the prospect of him playing this year for the Oakland Raiders. I'm just frustrated. And I know some people said, how is it that Randy McGregory's playing? He's had a couple of failed drug issues, and he had one issue in college, which is why he fell so deep in the draft at Nebraska. And I can kind of see the logic in that, but at the same time, Aldon Smith did really get in a lot of trouble when he was with the 49ers. I believe he was arrested five times in 3 years, and then he had the issue last year with or this year rather with the video. But I'm still disappointed. I'm with Coach Jack on this one because you should have just been forthright. Let him know he's done everything he needed to do. Either say yes or no, you're not coming back, or you are coming back. I think this whole situation was just a blemish, one of the many blemishes on the NFL. Many blemishes. So frustrated. So frustrated. Anyway, now let's get to the game. It's a big game. It's a real big game. My personal opinion, I think the Raiders need this game more than the Kansas City Chiefs, because if we can get that first round bye, that's more practice with Matt McGloin under center. The offensive line gets more used to him. The receivers get used to him throwing the ball to them. Matt McGloin gets used to his receivers running certain routes. That's huge. This game is probably one of the most important games of the season, in my personal opinion. What are the keys for Matt McGloin? It's cliche. It's trite. Woefully trite. But he's just got to play how he plays. He can't play like Derek Carr because he doesn't have the same tools as Derek Carr. So play within your game. Play within your ability. Don't try to make the plays that Derek Carr made all season. Do what you can do. And I think one of the best things about Matt McGloin is that he's a very good anticipation thrower, and he has more touch than consistently more touch than Derek Carr. Now, that's not to say that he's a better quarterback than Derek Carr. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying those are a couple of things I think he does better than Derek Carr. Don't try to force those tight throws, because I don't think you have the arm talent I know you don't have the arm talent that Derek Carr has. So play within your system, play within the system, play within yourself. If you see it, go for it. Believe in this in the reads of the offense. But if you want to make a play and you want to force it, don't do that. Don't do that. The team is good enough to get a victory. Offensive line, huge. You shouldn't be pressured a lot. Running backs, DeAndre Washington had a great game, had a career game last game against the Colts. Jalen Richard has been great all year. Latavius Murray, take train. Good. Trust in your weapons. You got Clive Walford coming along. You got Michael Rivera, who I'm a big fan of. You got Seth Roberts, Michael Crabtree, Amari Cooper. Trust your offense. They don't. This team doesn't need you to be a gunslinger and a playmaker. Just use the weapons at your disposal, and they are plenty. For the defense, for the Raiders, honestly, the offensive line is a problem for the Denver Broncos. I don't really think you need to blitz. To be honest with you, I think you can get there with 4 people. Mario Edwards Jr. second week back, he should have consistent pressure. Khalil Mack, he should be able to take advantage of the upfront pressure provided by Mario Edwards Jr. and the rest of the interior defensive linemen. Bruce Irvin, he's got to have a good game. Strip sacks will be huge, but provide consistent pressure. And one thing that that's really plagued the Denver Broncos offense has been drop balls, specifically Demaryius Thomas. So I say if I'm the DBs for the Raiders, challenge these receivers. Make them try to make those tough catches. And if they do, so be it. They make a tough catch. But challenge these receivers. Don't be afraid to challenge them because they've had an off year this year, in my personal opinion. And whether that's due to offensive line, the quarterback play, who knows? Honestly, if you ask me, I probably say it's a combination of everything. This is a bad year. Offensive line, rush throws, Trevor Siemian getting used to being the head guy. But challenge your receivers. Challenge the receivers if you're the DB. No need to really blitz. I say play your regular defense. That's my personal opinion. Now for also another thing I should have said for the offense. I would mix up. I would. Everyone's expecting us to run. I would come out throwing this a tad bit. The first couple series, I would throw the ball if I'm Matt McGloin because everyone's expecting. Even Denver Broncos, they're expecting us to run. So I say let's shock it up a little bit. Let's sit there and let's keep them off kilter, keep them off balance, put them on their heels. Because one mistake that John Elway made with this Denver Broncos team is he underestimated the pieces, the complementary pieces to the Denver Broncos offense. He made a great decision on not signing Brock Osweiler. I mean, if anybody watches my videos, I told you how I feel about Brock Osweiler. He did terrible. But Malik Jackson, Danny Trevathan, those are huge pieces because Malik Jackson was able to get that push, just similar to Mario Edwards Jr. when he's healthy. That's when Von Miller was just an absolute beast because you couldn't chip him anymore because they had so much push on the inside. Now it's easier to defend Von Miller. Now that's not to say that Von Miller hasn't had a good year. He's still a great player. Don't get me wrong. Still a great player. But it's easier than it was last year to defend him because last year that man was a monster. And Dan Trevathan, I think they lose him. I thought they lost a lot with him. And all you see, this defense is still good in terms of pass defense, but you couldn't run like you run on this defense last year. And that's what the huge difference is in this Denver Broncos defense from this year and the last year when they had the Super Bowl run. So I would switch it up if I'm the Raiders. I wouldn't play into their expectations. Now for the Denver Broncos, Trevor Siemian, he's got to be able to find a way to buy time because I think he's going to be under a lot of pressure. I probably employ the short passing game, get your running backs into it, short screen passes. Hopefully the Denver Broncos receivers can block, but I wouldn't wait for those long developing routes because Trevor Siemian is going to be under pressure, and that's how you're going to get your quarterback sacked and possibly hurt or turnover. So if I'm the Denver Broncos, short passing game, screens, bubbles, dink and dunk, because those 10-yard, 15-yard routes and 30-yard routes, I don't know if you have enough time. Maybe the 10-yard routes. Defensively, for the Denver Broncos, what they have to do, first things first, stop the run. Stop the run. Because we can't, if this is gaping holes left and right and up the center, it's gonna be a long day, long day. So I think you got to stack the box. You got great cover corners, but stack the box. Put it in the box. Force the Raiders to pass. That would be the way I would attack. Blitz occasionally, but the offensive line for the Raiders, it's my personal opinion, it rivals what the Dallas Cowboys has. So I wouldn't go blitzing too much. Trust your cornerbacks, trust your DBs, and just pray for the best. That would be my way of attacking the Raiders offense, especially with Matt McGloin under center. Anyway, that's all I got for this preview and my disdain for how they handled the NFL, how the NFL handled Aldon Smith. Should have told him from the beginning we weren't going to review your case, but don't let me rehash that. Anyway, tell me what you think about the game. Do you think my way is the best way to attack the Denver Broncos, and vice versa? Leave comments. Tell me what you think about the Aldon Smith situation. As always, thanks for watching my YouTube channel, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Letterman Sports Show. And as with every video I said this year, Super Bowl! I'm still going to say it. Super Bowl! I'm out. Happy holidays, ladies and gentlemen. Happy holidays.